I'm gonna put up the list on screen, even though you can use the command in chat. But for YouTube, let's put it on screen for a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna play a league of Incinerator Burn. I thought about playing some other list, just like to not always be playing Incinerator Burn, but I'm not too famous in terms of play points, so I think I'm gonna jam some safe lists for well, my one safe list for a while. I'm gonna start in a bit. Alright, well, let's see how it goes. Hopefully. Oh, I keep dropping games to white taxes or red-white taxes. It's really annoying. Red-white Incinerator, that's it. I have some fun lists to try out. I've been trying to brew some budget lists. I have I think it's currently 43 tickets. And this list looks very decent, to be honest. I want to try it out. And I have two very cheap lists. The sideboard is always the same, because no real changes. The biggest changes in my budget lists are Eidolon, because Eidolon's pretty expensive online. The second budget list has Vexing Devil, which is not expensive, but it's not really a great card, so I have another budget list without Vexing Devil, but it plays Thunderous Wrath, which goes really well with Incinerator, can't lie. Oh, this hand is pretty balls, sadly. Like, this is a mold of 5 because of the 3 Incinerators in hand. And on one land, I think we just mold this. I like this way more. Now we draw Bolt, we suspend Rift Bolt. If we draw something that doesn't allow for the turn to Incinerator, we just cast Goblin Guide and start with that pressure. Everything's fine. Everything should be fine. Well, not anymore. We're against Ad Nauseam, so everything's definitely not fine. Wait, what the hell's happening here? Opponent killed himself for Lotus Bloom. Interesting move. So opponent has Lotus Bloom suspended. Alright, so he has the turn 4 win for sure. Oh, we draw a land. That kinda sucks, to be honest, but there's not much we can do. Just start up with Goblin Guide. Hopefully we can draw enough damage that we can win. This opponent kinda gave us the win with that Spoils from the Vault, so let's try and not throw it away. So reveal Ad Nauseam. Let's just... Oh, hopefully opponent doesn't have Phyrexian Unlife. Right? That's like our best case scenario. Opponent just doesn't have Phyrexian Unlife. He's not playing Prism here, tells me that he won't win next turn. We got a Lava Spike. I'm not even gonna play for Incinerator. I don't think I can afford to. draw them a land, which is not great. If this were a proper lightning bolt, we would just have the win here. I mean, not the win, but the opponent wouldn't be able... I mean... Oh yeah, I forgot that's the thing about Ad Nauseam. That you play City of Brass because you can tap it, and in response to the damage trigger you can combo. Because this is not the damage portion of this is not like in Mana Confluence, where it's a cost to pay the life. This is a trigger. So another spoils. Oh. His opponent just gonna go Seaman Spirit Guide. Oh my god, he is. What is this? How did he spoils for... Did he know? He didn't know, right? He played this last turn. Wow. And I'm gonna lose to that because I have no gas in hand. An opponent has Ad Nauseam in hand. Oh my god, that is just tragic. Can we even do anything here? Oh, what a tragic game. What a tragic game. I can't believe my opponent played second spoils, naming Unlife, and just blindly hit it. Like, he hit it blindly, right? Yeah, he had no clue it was there. We just lose here because it just has Ad Nauseam, and like anything can win. I'm just not gonna. It's just the worst. Yeah, really tragic there. Really tragic. Huh, so how do I want to do this? I think I want to cut Incinerator. Because Incinerator is really bad against Leyline. Like, if he Leylines and I keep an Incinerator hand, I just lose. So I think I like smash the Smithereens. Because smash the Smithereens hits his ramp. Like, there's a world where I can smash the Prism early on. And maybe a Kor, just because it's a creature. Like, this is just because it's a creature. I think it's okay. Definitely a bad matchup. I think that Ad Nauseam is our worst matchup. Oh. Double Eidolon's really great, but I really need to draw land. But I don't think I win this if... Yeah, but I can smash the Lotus Bloom, but they just crack it. And they can combo on instant speed with Lightning Storm. That can happen. It's a bit harder to pull off, I think. Maybe not even that. So, Ad Nauseam. Oh, Revealing Angel's Grace, that sucks. Ad Nauseam was popular for being the only combo deck that can do it at instant speed. That's pretty darn relevant. Okay, Summon Vision's fine. We really need a land here. Like, I kept this hand because we're not beating Ad Nauseam on a mole to 6 to play it safe, right? The only way we beat them is if we truly play risky. That's okay. And I'm gonna place Seal of Fire here, in case he plays an Oracle to block. I can do something. Is he just gonna spoils? No. So this is a prism. Okay, so if we draw land here, we're gonna smash that prism. Hopefully we draw land here. There's really not much to do if we just don't have it. Okay, so we just lose, I think. Not drawing land was a bit sad, but I think we made the right call. Another Angel's Grace? Damn. There's a chance that my opponent doesn't even win here, right? Another prism. So opponent has 3 Angel's Grace. And Ad Nauseam kills us. We draw the land. Okay, so let's attack first. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill one of the prisons because opponent will have 5 mana, and you can't combo with 5 mana, you need 6. I mean, you can combo with 4 mana. If you have Angel's Grace, Oracle, and Spoils. But I cannot beat that with Eidolon, but Eidolon also doesn't beat the Grace plus Ad Nauseam, so I'm just gonna smash one of these and hope my opponent doesn't have it. It is really a game of, like, it's on my opponent to lose, right? I can mull for specific cards and the tapped land, because he definitely wins next turn. Is there anything we can do to avoid that? We hit for... I mean, if he draws another Smash the Smithereens, it would be great. But Eidolon just doesn't win us the game, right? I think. What does he do with his 2 cards on top? Okay, so might be land and Ad Nauseam. I think that if my opponent saw land and something, he definitely puts land on top because of Eidolon. And like, if we attack with Goblin Guide, he goes down to 5, we play Eidolon, Angel's Grace puts him to 3, so we don't win off of that. So let's try and go big brain here. Let's not attack with Goblin Guide, in case he put a land on top. Like, he has no reason to put a land on top, right? Because he has sufficient mana with these planes to win. But if he's winning, he just wins. There's nothing we can really do. Whereas if we can force them... I'm just not gonna attack here. Like, opponent has no reason to keep land on top. But he might be thinking that it was something good to do. So we just lose, right? So opponent would be down to 3 here, and he wouldn't be able to do anything really. So we just lose, right? And we just lose. Sadly, we can't really beat ad nauseam all that well. Unfortunate game 1, but it happens. So I'm actually really close to having that deck on Magic Online. I don't know, I think it's a fun deck to play like once in a blue moon. Like, it's so non-interactive, but it's so fun to like do your own thing once in a while. I'm just missing a few pieces. But I'll eventually get, to be honest. On the draw again. I don't love that. That ad nauseam game was quite sad because our game 1, like, opponent started the game at 11, right? Or maybe, yeah, started the game at 11 because he played City of Brass into Spoils and lost 9 life. We still lost that one. Super tragic. Like, we kept 3 lands and then, oh goddammit, taxes, really? Are we just gonna get a bad matchup league? I hate those. As weird as it may be, I'm gonna play the Seal of Fire here to play around Thalia. Are we just doomed to play bad matchups today? I hope not. Because this is definitely taxes, right? Or, yeah, what other deck plays Flagstones? And Vial. Is there even one? Wall of Omens. Okay, I'll take it. Just jam Eidolon here, I think. Oh, Incinerator is the... Off. Screw that. Or wait, do I want Eidolon to bait out the path? Like, he's mono white, he definitely has path to Exile, right? If he has Thalia... Yeah, if he has Thalia, this will never be... This will never come on... Wait, but it does, because I can bolt... I'm just... What? I think I have to jam Incinerator here. Just bolt face... Incinerator attacking next turn is actually pretty darn relevant. Like, him having Vial might mean he doesn't even want to kill Eidolon because he can just play off of Vial and clock me faster than I can clock him. Ghost Quarter, not a fun one because opponent might have... Okay, so he does have Thalia. Another Incinerator? How do I want to do this? think I want to jam Eidolon here. Pre-combat. Okay, so now if opponent tries to play a spell, Incinerator just kills things. Opponent blocks, it's a fine block. We do get rid of the Wall of Omens. Wait, no, I want to suspend the Rift Bolt. Like, we get to play another Incinerator next turn, which is really great. Maybe not. This is probably a Stone Forge. Oh, that's a rough one. Getting Barrow Skull right. Now, the worst thing that can happen is Leonin Arbiter off of Vial. Oh, so no Leonin Arbiter off of Vial. Opponent should attack here, yeah. I'm not gonna block, because I want to tax his creatures with Eidolon plus Incinerator. This could be a Flicker Wisp. Okay. Do we big brain here and hit Barrow Skull, or do we just... I think we just kill Thalia, right? Now I kinda regret killing Thalia. No, I don't, wait, I wouldn't be able to cast as if Thalia were alive. Okay, so let's jam this Incinerator. So it is Flicker Wisp. Okay, okay, that's okay, I think. We dealt 3 with Rift Bolt, so this costs 3, right? Okay, so sadly I have to shock myself here. Take a buttload of damage to play another one. Does this come in tapped? No, it just comes in, right? Okay, so now I have a big board. I think I'm gonna kill Eidolon here. I've taken way too much damage from Eidolon in my mana base, so... Does opponent even attack? Oh, he does with a flying thing. Makes sense. Makes tons of sense. Is this something annoying? Somewhat. Your opponent's gonna kill one of my lands. He's probably killing another one. Okay, so he's killing my non-pain lands, and we do find a land. We can't cast Rift Bolt. We can't cast Rift Bolt. Because we die to Eidolon. So let's just jam with the whole crew. Like, if I don't win here, I just lose the game, I think. So, opponent gains 2. And he doesn't even attack me with... Doesn't even block. Okay, so... Do I win? I mean, I can just see if I win. So let's... And I'm just dying in the air, right? Yeah, sadly I'm just dying in the air. Okay, so opponent played this quite well. Eidolon's not great in this matchup, sadly. So we just ended up dying to our own Eidolon. I think I want to take Eidolon out. If opponent is on Stoneforge plan, Smash is great. You might have some life gain shenanigans, and I think I want Path also. I think as weird as it may be, I want to cut Incinerator. I don't know, Incinerator does sound great. I think I just want to cut all my creatures. Like, creatures in this matchup are just awful. But I hate playing against taxes. I have to mull this. And this hand is crappy. I'll have to move this. Like, this doesn't... That hand wouldn't have won us the game. I'm gonna keep Smash. I'm gonna play it safe and play Seal of Fire here. Not even play it safe, I mean, I can Incinerate next turn no matter what. Like, that second hand was keepable, but that hand doesn't win us the game. Because we play Seal of Fire, then we play Boros Charm, and then we need a ton of stuff from the top. I'm gonna path this now. Draw land, which is cool. Sadly, I don't think I can play control here. I need to just go face, face, face. Opponent plays Leonin. Unfortunate line because we're forced to kind of waste the Seal of Fire. A bit of a weird line from opponent, like it was on the board, but maybe just use Leonin to gain some life because I am in a tough spot, mana wise. I think I don't even want to crack that, right? Because opponent plays Ghost Court and Field of Ruin, so if I crack that, I'm just opening myself to get cut off of white. Stoneforge if I've ever seen one. It's fine, we have the Smash. I'm not gonna sack the canyon because if opponent has Thalia and I don't draw lands here, the Smash the Smithereens doesn't work. Like, do I even win if I don't sack the... I don't think I do. Great draw. Oh. So, opponent can't have Thalia. Wall of Woman's fine. Actually a good card to be playing in Taxes, in my opinion. Just breaks aggro so much. No, my hand isn't really playable. My opponent doesn't even activate Stoneforge, so he's putting me on Smash the Smithereens. Okay, now he plays that. Well, that's a path target, I guess. Not really, he has Giver of Runes. Maybe just protect. Not even, like, what the hell? What the hell is my opponent doing? I misplayed around Giver and he just let me have the freebie. Another Thalia. This sucks. He has a Field of Ruin now. My god, he has a Ghost Quarter. How do we do this? Do we path anything to force the Ghost Quarter? No, he has a Giver of Runes. Like, this path's useless. Really need some more lands. Like, I don't think that breaking that canyon was even that wrong. No! Ah, goddammit, I forgot to pay. I could pay. What the hell am I doing? Super weird from opponent to go scoring there. I mean, I guess he was just looking to for a chance for me to forget to pay, right? No, we just can't cast Smash the Smithereens. Yeah, we just threw our only conceivable advantage. We're also drawing like garbage for a couple of turns. Like maybe Seal of Fire, then we play Incinerator. Maybe two of them even, if they don't have Thalia. Maybe we add something. Really poor matchups today. This is gonna be an 0-5 league. I can just feel it. This is gonna be an 0-5 league. Which does happen from time to time. Next up, Bogle. It's gonna be Bogles. Like I won't even be surprised if it happens. Bogles, like mono white tokens, which disappeared completely, but we could still play it. And let's not forget that Eldrazi Tron and Amulet are still not great matchups. Like, Incinerator helps a ton, but we do need to have it. So, I'm guessing it's gonna be... Oh, humans. We could also play humans. I'm alive, husband. Hey, how are you feeling, man? Can you type now? I hope you're doing well. Came just in time to watch me get completely wrecked by terrible matchups. Where the others are worse. I don't know. I think I'd rather face Amulet nowadays than humans. He just starts walking and leaving me know. Yeah, I've been there. I had back surgery like 3 weeks ago. It was rough for a while there. Probably not as rough. Like, definitely not as rough. But I get where you're coming from. I just bottomed the Sacred Foundry, right? We just open up with a Nutso Incinerator. Sounds like a plan. Now our opponent thought seizes us and makes our hand look like a joke. Is that gonna happen? Forest's good. Forest doesn't do anything to our hand or our spells. Bruising Unmasked, yeah, absolutely. There's like not an unmasked, but just above it, so there's no way I can comfort it. Oh. That sounds rough. That sounds pretty rough. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. And you can go back to slamming turn 2 and turn 3 Titans. We're up against Ponza, so I think this is a no-brainer. Wait, ATVs are not my friend. Advil and Tylenol are. Well, you're not wrong there. You're definitely not wrong there. Like, are you back home already? We don't really care about this when we have this. Like, who wins here? Come on. Come on, opponent. Who wins here? And I even get to play creatures. There's really no conceivable turn 4 that kills me here. And me having Lava Spike just seals the deal, because the opponent goes up to 7. Yeah, they discharge me after finding nothing on my X-rays and ultrasound. Yeah, makes sense. At least where I'm from, and I think you're from Europe, so doctors just want to get you out of the hospital ASAP. I'm from Canada. Oh! Thought you were from Europe. Never mind then. Still, Canada, so not the US, so... Doctors just want to get you out of the hospital ASAP. Which is good, because, like, if you got something in the hospital, you're kinda screwed. I think it doesn't matter what we do here, right? Let's just kill the Skews out of 8. Okay, so we just win. So turn 2 Incinerator does kill Ponza. I'm gonna go for my usual strategy of siding out Eidolon for Skullcrack and not bringing in Path, because Path's a really bad top deck, because they develop a white board and they're not like Shadow where they play around one big creature, or like Jund where you really need to deal with their Tarmogoyf if it comes down early. I don't love this hand. I especially don't love this hand against Ponza. Huh. But it does enable the Incinerator, and it has tons of damage, like Incinerator or Skullcrack. We're good to go, and we can even kill a turn 1 Arbor Elf. Opponent keeping 7 definitely a bit scary. Not as scary when they play a tap land. Okay. Skewer's fine. I can still grind MTGO and hopefully the pain subsides for the showcase. Yeah, I was playing lying down for about a week. It wasn't comfortable, but I got 2 5-0s during that time. So maybe it's the power of laziness. Showcase this Sunday, right? I don't think I'll have enough play points. Not play points. Qualifier points. So this is the most telegraphed stomp I've ever seen. We do draw another fetch land. Let's jam that. And we get the pasta. That's actually... I'm gonna read it. I like your pastas, Niche. Just... actually have it on screen. Oh, what the hell, I don't want this. Okay, opponent fetches. Identify as a Goblin guy since I was a boy. I dreamed of attacking T1 dealing 6+ damage. People say to me that the person being a Goblin is impossible and I'm an idiot, but I don't care, I'm beautiful. I'm gonna go to Zendikar from now on. I want you guys to call me Guiderino and respect my right to use my map and guide myself to victory. If you can't accept me, you're a burn phobic and need to check if you're still alive. That's a good one, not gonna lie. That's a good one. That's a good pasta there. We're fine with Spyro. Yeah, really spot on. Really spot on pasta. How's the stream going? Well, match 1 ad nauseum, match 2 taxes. So we're down 2 matches. That's how the stream's going. Yeah, but luckily we ran into Ponza here. And Ponza is a good matchup for us. I'll just jam Seal of Fire. House of Man is alive and he can play Magic Online and he can walk. That's definitely relevant. Might be a weird question, but did you only get bruises, or were there any stitching involved? If opponent has Bailoff, we're screwed. He doesn't. We might have Weather the Storm, but we can't really be playing around that right now. We have a Pain Land, Thief one more time. That last sentence might not be true, and yeah, it's just a lot of internal plus external bruising. Oh no, it's Weather the Storm. Because of course they have Weather the Storm, because why wouldn't they play Weather the Storm? The mid-range deck that wants board pressure. Now opponent has Bailoff. We just lose. A tale as old as time. Okay. Weird fetching timing, but whatever. And we're dead to a bunch of stuff. Like the big gal. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Can we win here? We can't, right? Because this deals... He's obviously gonna exert it to kill my Swiftspear. And so we get dealt 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't tap any of these lands. So we draw a bolt, we crack one, we draw another bolt for the whole 10. And we can't because our lands don't allow that. So we're just gonna kill this Glorybringer. Which sucks, but... Spam these boats if you're sick of Ponza. I'm not sick of Ponza. Ponza's a great deck. I know you hate it because it plays Blood Moon and Pillage. Like, Blood Moon and Pillage are 2020's Thoughtseize. Because you just... It's the best disruption you have. It's a deck that exists. I have to say that I honestly like Ponza as a deck. Because it's like a mid-range deck, like a proper mid-range deck that plays Disruption, and like that Disruption being land hate sucks, like it coincidentally sucks for some decks, so like I feel for you right there. Like how Uro decks play Uro. I hate that. But it affects me in a way that doesn't affect other people, because it gains life. Oh, Questing Beast. Okay, we're just dead. Decent draws, but not much we can do. I still don't want to play Path, to be honest. I want to be aggressive in this matchup. As I was talking about Ponza, they play their disruption package and they play their aggressive cards. Like, that's how mid-range should be. And to me, that's been lost in Jun, because they play their discard package. Then there are plenty of times where they just don't have the aggression to go with it. Like, when Jun goes discard into, I don't know, removal into Goyf, or discard plus Goyf, you're in a tight spot. This guy's dead. Oh no, Arbor Elf. Do I want to kill the Arbor Elf? Or do I want to play turn 3 Incinerator? I think that killing the Arbor Elf doesn't win me the game. It's like, what's the plan if I skewer the elf here? Like, I skewer the elf, opponent goes Bone Crusher, kills my Swiftspear. Then I play land, and I can't play Incinerator unless I draw a Bolt. I do have a bunch of those. I think I'm just gonna force opponent to have double Bolt for Incinerator. Yeah, Jun's not a great deck. It has great pilots, like, it's just like, I'm gonna be honest, it's like Burn. Burn is not a great deck. It's playable, but it's not great. But if you really stick with it and learn its in and outs, you get to win a ton of games. What is this? Oh my god, did opponent really just... we're talking about Chandra burn. I don't know where the hell is, sorry. I'm a big noob. That's a ton of mana. I'm John Master, okay. We do draw the seal, so we could have killed one of those kitties. Still, I think I like just... I'm gonna go Skewer because... Oh, I'm super uncultured here. Like, I started playing not so long ago that some names just go by me and I have no clue who they are. And I also just really watch Modern, if ever. I don't watch it that much even, so I'm gonna play Baloth. Questing Beast? Sure, opponent. We just win here, I think. We just win, right? We go Spike and kill the Questing Beast. Then we go Skullcrack. Let me just win this game before I interact. Just kill this guy. We just win, okay. So Incinerator just blows this matchup apart, which is really awesome. Okay, so we're 1 and 2. Let's try and get at least the even Steven. I've been playing seriously for like 2 years, and honestly, I barely know players. Yeah, me too. Like, maybe a little less than 2 years. Probably less than 2 years, but I don't know that many players. Because like last year's coverage got sacked, so there were tons of tournaments that we couldn't get to watch. That honestly sucked. And this year, because of the whole situation, since tournaments are online, we get to see them because of course they stream it, because it's super cheap to stream that. Me playing for 10 years, still bad at game. Yeah, I mean, you really aren't. Didn't you like top 4 a tournament the other day? How is that being bad? Pretty sure that was you. Yeah, top 4 in Modern Challenge. Because he played Tron Omega. I mean, it counts. Look, it counts. Maybe not to your pride, but it counts. I think for like 6 years and not enough, and I started learning matchups when I picked up Burn. Yeah, I think that... I hear about a lot of people playing on and off. Wait, did I just skip my turn? Oh my god. I just skipped my turn. I thought I was on the draw. I thought I was on the draw. Good job, opponent. I used to play 8-whack and just go to weeklies and turn Goblin sideways. Yeah, I think that Modern's really a mastery format, so when you find a deck that you love, you just really click into the format. Yeah, I skipped my turn. It happens. Like, I was really like sure that I was on the draw. Just because I've been on the draw the whole league. Like, it happens. I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. I was monopoly G-Tron 127. It's my fault. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I think it's best I put my heart on ice. I skipped my turn last stream. It was sad happens. Yeah, it definitely happens sometimes. Especially if you're distracted with something else, like reading delicious pasta. And now it was a special tech, you see? Because opponent didn't know what I was on, so he just shocked himself. And it was and it was not because he's on shadow, because why would he do that? He has push here. So let's force it out. 6 head play. Opponent shocks himself because he doesn't know I'm on burn. If I do win for 2 damage, I'm gonna call that a calculated risk. Of course you have push, or else you would have played something. He has Gurmag now, if I can count. Oh, and the Wraiths, so he has Shadow, actually. It goes down to 9, so he has Stubby D. Wait, what? That was a pretty awkward play. That was a pretty awkward play. And I don't win. Okay, I'm gonna play 2 Seal of Fire. Which might be weird. But I want the uncounterable damage on the board. Oh, Cling to Dust? Shadow playing Cling to Dust. It's a good edge against burn, not gonna lie. Okay. Main deck. I mean, Cling to Dust is probably one of the best main deck cards. Like, main deck hate cards there is. Because it's always usable. Even on yourself. For the cantrip value. Which is great, right? Like, it's pretty darn good. Like, even without Uro, like, Modern just uses the graveyard so much that it's reasonable to play soft graveyard hate. And soft graveyard hate that has other uses other than being graveyard hate is awesome. Like, that's something that Burn is missing, to be honest. Like, a card that can hate on graveyard, but also ideally deal damage. So he has Stubborn Denial. Just plays Shadow of Doubt now. No, wait, that doesn't do anything. What is this? I'm scared. Oh, he flashes back Cling. Okay, sure. I'm gonna do it now. Because I think he has Stubborn Denial. Like, look, here's the thing. You can consider what's this pile called? Death Shadow, a mid-range deck, right? It has disruption and it has threats. Look, opponent didn't draw a threat. Well, it's coming now, but opponent didn't have a threat until now. Now it's just fine. Okay, here's the deal. If I play Lava Spike... Wait, no. I can just Lava Spike, right? He just loses. If he doesn't have Stubborn Denial. Okay, so he just loses. Okay, so here's game. Oh, so this is a pasta. Wait a minute, let me just talk about Shadow for a minute. You can send pastas away, like, that's the sign of a good stream. A bunch of people spamming pasta. Let me just think about sideboard here for a minute. I definitely want path. Wait a minute, I have to answer a phone call, so... I'm back now. We keep this hand, of course. As creatures, as Eidolon. Now we get to skip. Man step. Okay, let me read this pasta. Just like a baby, I woke up without any fatigue or stress next game. I was told there were no issues at my last BNR update. Trying to explain that I'm a giant who wishes to live a very explosive life. I take care not to trouble myself with any euros. It starts before. Oh my god, it's so big. Wait, let me just breathe here for a minute, for a hot minute. Definitely one Foundry. I just whap him. Ooh, the Royal Science, a spicy one. So no push, okay. My name is Incinerator. I'm 3 months old. My house is in the turn 2 starts, where all the nuts are, and I'm not married. I work as an employee for the burn decks, and I get home every day by turn 4 at the latest. I don't smoke, but I smoke opponents. I'm in bed by 11 PM and make sure I get 8+ points of damage, no matter what. After having a seal of warm fire and doing about 20 minutes of burning before going to bed. Wait, let me just play this turn. This is a push for sure. No push. Spicy. We want to hold Boros Charm for the instant speed. I usually have no problem sleeping until next game. Just like a baby, I woke up without any fatigue or stress. I was told there were no issues at my last BNR update. I'm trying to explain that I'm a giant who wishes to live a very explosive life. I take... Oh, this sucks, opponent, come on. A main phase Kolaghan's command. I take care not to trouble myself with any euros, like winning and losing. That would cause me to lose sleep at night. That's how I deal with the metagame, and I know that is what brings me happiness. Although if I were to fight, I wouldn't lose to anyone. Do you know where that's from, Munish? Just tell me if you know where that's from. Pretty sure it's from American Psycho. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just a big monkey. But as far as I know, that's from JoJo. From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Fuck, it is. It is, right? Good job. You're becoming a real man. A real man that quotes JoJo's Bizarre... that memes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. By the way, good pasta right there. Okay, let's see if we can get the even Steven here. Let's not skip our first turn. This hand's balls. This hand's risky. I'm not gonna keep this hand. On the play, one lander. Okay, so that's keepable. I've got a bottom Swiftspear and Lava Spike here. I'm gonna... 5 Sinead is fun as fucking Pioneer. Well, everything should be now in Pioneer. Like, everything should be fine with the format. For like a couple of days. Until Sultai just breaks everything. I say this, but I'm not really a Pioneer player, so I have no clue how the format's gonna go. Mountain for Aether Vial. So this is a pile. Lotus Storm's still a thing. Yeah, they didn't necessarily win with... Goblins, sure. So let's just make their life hard. Now we're holding up Bolt until they try to combo. We're fine. I think it's gonna be Euro time there. I'll try that to wild red-green deck. Someone posted in the Discord. It's Goblins. Incinerator. Oh yeah, it's Goblins. I just haven't seen Goblins for such a long time that I wasn't sure what this was. I mean, I don't know. Teferi is still in the format, so blue-white's gonna be a thing. And there's no way that Incinerator is gonna be good when it's never coming down turn 2 in a Teferi, probably Gust format. Hopefully I draw a removal spell here. Oh. Prayers. Be heard. I'm gonna do it now. If he flashes in the Skirt Prospector, it's fine. I'm just not sure how viable Incinerator is in Pioneer. I think that for it to be viable, you want to play Spear Spewer, Thermo Alchemist, and the the Thermo Alchemist clone, that's a 2-1 from whatever the set it was that was on Amonkhet, and or Electrostatic Field. I really like Electrostatic Field because it blocks against other decks. My opponent plays Matron, it's fine. And sadly I can't crack this Canyon. Because if opponent is on Munitions Expert, you can just freely kill one of mine. I really don't want that. We can hold things here, right? Another Eidolon? Do we want to play another Eidolon? Wait, let's attack first, actually. And see what opponent does. And I kind of made a mistake earlier. I should have held Seal of Fire on board. Because... of Thoughtseize, right? My opponent can now go... Land... Thoughtseize... I mean, he can't. This is a Snoop. Oh, so he's gonna try and fake me out with the Vial. He's gonna Vial in the other dude. Ooh, or he just plays Ringleader. Ringleader here would be a pain, to be honest, because it doesn't trigger Eidolon, which we so desperately want triggered. And with Vial on 3 and Ringleader coming in, he definitely has enough blockers so that we can't lethal. Is Goblins just not playing the discard plan anymore? I feel that that's correct, to be honest. Because, like, they're... Okay, so opponent's gonna fetch away the Ringleader? Okay. He has a Sunbaked Canyon, like, he has no reason to play a fetch there. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't want the Ringleader. I think that the Ringleader would have been the correct choice. So I was saying, I think that the discard package of Goblins just wasn't good enough. Okay, so Matron. I can't bolt in response to Matron, because if he has the Harbinger in play, he can combo me. And now that he fetched the Harbinger, I can wait until he tries to go for it. Okay, now I can bolt him. As I was saying, I think that this card package is bad for Goblins because it severely hampers your aggro angle. And I think you really want your aggro angle. Eidolon was great, but I think I want to remove it still. Against a Vial deck, it becomes problematic. And it's not great against Ringleader. What else do I do? I'm gonna be cheeky. I'm gonna play single Surgical. In case I hit a combo piece. I hate this hand, but I love it. I can't keep. I like this one much more. Has a turn 1 pressure. It has the turn 2 holding up removal while setting up damage. Great all around. So this tells me that this is a Tarf. Can you cast Tarfire off of a Cavern of Souls? No, it says creature, right? Yeah. So this is a blank. So I'm guessing opponent has a decent turn 2, or just has the combo in hand, which I'm not gonna allow, obviously. So this screams Munitions Expert. To which I'm happy to oblige with a Seal of Fire. So now Munitions Expert doesn't do anything. It blocks, right? But it doesn't trade. That's the big deal here. Like, I would have bolted face if opponent had responded to my prowess trigger with Munitions Expert. So this is definitely a Munitions Expert, yeah. Doesn't matter, it doesn't trade. I doubt he even blocks. Just fine, I'm just gonna set up for next turn. I have removal here, so I don't really want to waste Bolt there, because I might need it. Matron, so this is a Matron. Ooh, Inquisition of Kozilek. Opponent attacks with Munitions Experts. So he has another one in hand. Is that how it works? I doubt he just snoops here. He does have a Matron, so if he has both combo pieces, he can just throw one out. This is a Munitions Expert. Oh, I have to spend this, to be honest. I still need to win, I can just be on the Disruptive Plan. That's what my opponent's going for, but with this mana situation he can't win right now. Right? He can. He plays land, Skirk, Prospector, sacks both for Snoop, and has 3 for the thing, the Bogart. So we could lose here. We could definitely lose here. So seeing as I can lose here, let's shoot to thrill. Now we're 3 damage off of lethal, so I'm forcing my 3-card opponent to have it, and he doesn't because he has Matron here. Plays Matron, okay. He fetches a combo piece, we top deck Bolt, and we win. That sounds good. That sounds mighty fine. Ooh, Sling Gang. Now that's problematic. Now that is definitely problematic. So pretty please Lightning Bolt. Let's try it again. Pretty please Lightning Bolt. Oh, a Goblin. That kinda sucks. Okay, so they're off the combo now because they're gonna draw their Kiki Jiki. Ooh, double block the Swiftspear. I like that, to be honest. I actually like that. Unlucky, I mean, kinda, but not really. We're playing 12 creatures, so it's not unheard of to draw one this late. So opponent's at 5 if he wants to do something snazzy. Okay, so my best draw here would be something like a Lightning Bolt. Again, of course. Actually, no, Boros Charm would be great. Boros Charm would be lethal. Rift Bolt's okay. I'm gonna go face, because it means he has to sack 3 and I can attack, and he has to block, and I just clear the board, and I'm in a great position. Like I could go for Sling Gang, but then he sacks Sling Gang, he goes up to 2 and I can't attack. Now he has to sack 3, sure. Still not enough. Oh, that's enough. And I shall attack. And he is forced to block. He blocks and sacks to drain another one, but he's still in Seal of Fire range, which is quite relevant. He's in Seal of Fire range and in Goblin Guide range. Like, we don't have that many spells that don't win us the game here. Come on, opponent, you play the Goblin War Chief, a Matron, fetching a Skirk, most likely. Another Sling Gang. So I know my opponent's whole hand. That's a funny one to draw. That's pretty funny. the Surgical on Sling stops combo. Kiki Jiki in hand stops combo. So I'm not worried about that right now. It's just that he fetched another one, and I want to get it away from his hand. And ooh, this one's a bad one for us. Opponent goes back up to 4. Some lists run 2. Well, this one is. Oh wait, he has another one in deck. Oh, waiting upkeep. I mean, there's no reason to do that. There's also no reason to do it now. So, yes, I should have waited until upkeep. But yeah, to see his extra card wait, that's actually a very valid reason. But I know it's Thoughtseize. No, but I just shuffled his deck. Huh. Yeah, definitely a bad timing there. Draw step was correct. Yeah, for sure. I'm just not used to playing with Surgical, so I'm bound to mess up sometimes. So he does play the extra Kiki Jiki. So hopefully we can get another turn to cast a lightning bolt. We literally just need one bolt. It's all it takes. War Chief, okay. Oh my god, it's a land. Let's attack here. I'm at 11, so I really can't afford to be racing. And I'm not gonna play the lands. I want my opponent to play around me having removal. No, but I would have just killed him, right? I should have just played the land. I'm starting to play not optimally. That doesn't do it. Now I actually want to hold on to Vantage. Yeah, because I want him to play suboptimally with me holding a card. Like it could be Path. Okay, so he just concedes. He's tired of our shenanigans. Oh no, I don't even know if I would have won next turn. Okay, but opponent just got tired of our shenanigans, of not top decking lethal. I was trying, opponent. Okay, so we got the even Steven after 2 awful matches 1 and 2. We're up against Ad Nauseam and Mono White Taxes, 2 very rough matchups. Ad Nauseam just has hate pieces in their combo pieces and plays Leyline, and it's one of the few decks that I agree that should play Leyline because Leyline both helps against burn, which can be hard. Let's be honest, it can be hard because they can, if they aren't on the unlife draw, burn can be fast enough to win, and but the real reason is to go around black discard spells. Ad Nauseam almost unwinnable. Yeah, it's pretty, like, I always say it's not on me to win, it's on them to lose, which is not 100% true, because you should mulligan for Goblin Guide and Eidolon, because those two are really great against them, and if you are playing the green splash, like, you have some more agency there, but it's a really tough matchup. Like 90-10 might be a bit too much, but definitely 80-20. I've beaten them more than once, and like one of my proudest moments as a burn player was I lost game 1 against Ad Nauseam, In game 2 and 3, they started with Leyline, and I won that match. Like the last game, I had Eidolon and Swiftspear, and I double bolted myself down to 2 life to attack to put him down to 2, so he couldn't even Angel's Grace to save himself on the following turn. But I was playing with the green splash back then, so it's not as impressive. But I've beaten Ad Nauseam more than once, but I've also played a lot of burn, so that's bound to happen. And then taxes. Them playing Stoneforge is a problem because you can't really hold up. Like the most problematic cards are Giver of Runes because it blanks your removal on any other creature. It's Stoneforge because it fetches Batterskull, and it's Thalia because it can slow down your hand. And then their other annoying pieces are also annoying, like they have flyers in Flicker Wisp and Avonmine Sensor or whatever that bird's called, so they can still clock you somewhat fast. So it's a rough matchup for Burn for sure. And then we played Ponza, which Incinerator just destroyed. We played Shadow, where we skipped our first turn of the game, which might have been relevant because the opponent just shocked himself, but it was game 1, he was always going to shock himself, like he kept shock lands. And now we beat Goblins, because Goblins a buy for burn, because they play a creature combo and we play like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 16 cards that act as removal. So it's really hard for us not to have like at least 2. Let's open the chest. Not a great one. What's this even? That looks like trash. Oh, this one might actually be worth something because it's hard to get card. Okay, it's actually worth almost 2 tickets. Okay, that's fine. And then lands, because lands, and the 5 play points I needed to get back up to 3 quote-unquote free leagues. Okay, so I'm gonna sell that card somewhere in the future. Either way, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. I think that until I get some more play points, like maybe once I'm in the 500 spot, I might play a non-burn league on stream. As I've said earlier, I'm building Ad Nauseam, so I might do that, like out of spite against myself. I also have some other brews like Elementals, Cycling, and Pyromancer plus Stoneforge, which I think go pretty well together. Then I don't really have anything else. So one of those, I might play them if I get to 500 play points anytime soon. I also have these budget lists that I want to try out on stream to see how decent they are. I don't know, one day at a time. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time.